Hello everyone, this is a new marathon submission video. This time I'm gonna make things different because I've already made a marathon commentary video for this game, but I was playing at the same time. And here I would like to make it like if I was doing a run with a commentary body. So I've already recorded this run. It was a no reset run, so if I have done mistakes and stuff like that, it was in kind of marathon setting, and it was still a good run, to be honest. And I will be able to talk about more things that if I was playing at the same time. That's gonna help future commentator to know what to talk about, not only the run but also things around the game and the run. So this is Woodle Tree 2 Deluxe Plus, a 3D platformer collectathon open world. I'm not gonna talk much before the run starts, so I'm gonna start playing the recording. So the timer starts. I'm not gonna do the countdown, of course. It starts when I press on the start option after deleting my save file. So in a cutscene I'm gonna skip here, it explains that there was basically peace in the world of Woodle Tree, I guess. And you can see that there are some dried up trees here. They have been ripped off their sacred tears or droplets. I haven't talked about the category, by the way. I'm gonna explain that after. And so you have to find all of them back to restore their power, because otherwise the world will slowly die. They are called Sage Protectors, by the way. And you can see statues of them in each world. We are going to the first world already, which is Woodle Village. It's a pretty small world compared to the other ones. I already got a water tea. So the goal will be to get only the 3 water teas per world. There are 8 of them for a total of 24 water droplets. As you can see, since it's a very open game, you can skip a lot of stuff. I'm gonna take this checkpoint, it's gonna be useful for later. And already this is gonna be a pretty tricky part because you have a lot of cycles. It's very easy to slip up the platforms here. Thankfully it was going well. So yeah, this is a game inspired mainly by Super Mario Odyssey. It's even more open world because you have one big map and that's it, which you can explore. And you have also a plethora of different movements. You can attack with your leaf, you can charge an attack to make a projectile, you have double jump, wall jump, you can glide. And we're gonna use all of that to explore this game and find all the collectibles. Here, to unlock the last tier of this world, I need to kill the bat and the big guy. And there it is, the first world is done. It's gonna teleport me to the big tree at the beginning, and it's gonna tell me that I can now explore the next world. There are 7 others right now, so you can basically explore the one you want to. I'm gonna go to Hidden Case, which is supposed to be the 5th one, I guess. It's gonna be a more restricted levels because it's gonna happen in a cave, obviously. You can see here that I'm trying to do an attack and a jump at the same time. There are multiple ways to do that. What I'm doing is quickly, you can see on the input display, quickly pressing attack then jump. It's a faster way to move than just walking. And yeah, we're heading to Hidden Caves, which has a bit of fun stuff. And what I mean by fun is that it can be a little bit janky sometimes. The first one here is fine. But then you have a mechanic on a certain amount of worlds in this game, which is watering some plants so they will grow. And we are skipping all of that here. I'm gonna make wall jumps here, I think, yeah, I had a bit of trouble. But if I make it to here, then jump on this wall, I can actually reach this spot and activate this interrupter. Those are interrupters, by the way. Switches, I should say, actually. And the next tier is actually one of the most annoying ones. You saw that most of the enemies are the black goo ones. When you take a hit, your leaf will shrink. And it's gonna take a bit of time before it's gonna grow back. You have basically 2 HP. If you wait a bit, it's gonna regenerate your HP, but if you take another hit too quickly, you're gonna have a death. So here, what I'm doing is doing wall jumps to reach this part, and you can see that this rocky guy is not dealing me any damage, but it's invincible, and it's very annoying in this part because you can easily get pushed over. This part usually can be very annoying. You have to kill the bats here as well. Most of the time you're gonna have 2 HP, but you can see the black thing here, the spiky thing. You're gonna die in 1 hit if you touch it, so be careful about that. Another stuff that you're gonna see here is infinite wall jumps. Usually you can't jump twice in the same wall in a row, but sometimes for some reason you can overcome this restriction and have multiple jumps on the same wall, multiple wall jumps, but it's very inconsistent. Here I'm gonna get it on first try. Sometimes you can change the angle of the camera and it will make it better, but yeah. Skipping a big section here by jumping on the little geometry. And yeah, I'm gonna get the last droplet of Hidden Case pretty soon. So the game is called Woodle Tree 2 Deluxe Plus. This is from the Woodle Tree series by Chubby Pixel. The first game was Woodle Tree Adventures, and it was a much more linear, very short 3D platformer. It had 3 different versions. Woodle Tree Adventures, Woodle Tree Adventures Deluxe on the Switch, I guess, on console at least, and Woodle Deluxe, which was the last version, which is not available on Steam anymore, by the way. And Woodle Tree 2 was originally Woodle Tree 2 Worlds, and Deluxe Plus is the last version, more refined, less buggy, even though it's still pretty buggy sometimes. And as I said, it's a much more open episode than the previous one. We are on Stone Mountains. This one is a pretty average difficulty, but it has some very cool skips that you're gonna see. One here that if I fail once, I'm gonna have to just do the save strat. You're supposed to activate a switch to activate a moving platform. But I'm gonna put myself on a piece of geometry here and do infinite wall jump. The thing is, you can see that there are bats and a rocky guy here. And if you get pushed, you can easily fall, and usually they will stay here and prevent you from doing it again. So yeah, this is why you have basically 1 try, usually not more. One thing that I don't talk about is there is a bit of winds on certain parts of the game, and it can prevent you from using the glide properly. It can help you sometimes, of course, but it can prevent you to use the glide properly. Here, there are going to be 2 important things. The first thing is not pretty consistent, but I was able to get it on this run. I'm activating the switch, and then I'm gliding on the way of the moving platform to try to get it on the way up. It's pretty hard to do. You have only 1 try, so it's not the easiest thing. And here I'm gonna do the first instance of a glitch. When you're zooming and you have a bit of momentum, you're gonna see that you can I made it here. I've had it here. When you press the right the right stick, the right analog stick, you're gonna zoom. You're gonna have zoom. And if you do it when you have a bit of momentum push like this with this platform, you're gonna conserve the momentum and you're gonna be able to fly. And you can see on the right that there is a section here which is very annoying. And I'm glad that you can actually skip it. Thanks to this skip. You're gonna see flowers here. They are supposed to make you faster, but it's actually less fast to do that. One thing that is very cool about this game is that since it's a very open game, it's one of those games where you can actually come up with your own route if you don't want to do the most optimal strats, which is my case, to be honest. Some of the strats are the most optimal ones that I'm using, but others, like I'm not the best at doing the best mobility, aerial mobility, so I'm doing some of the parts my own way. So this run can be very challenging sometimes, but at the same time, if you want to do a easier route for you, you can and still have fun with this game. It's probably the greatest thing about this game. You're gonna find some stuff by yourself, by experimenting, and I think that's a pretty neat little thing about this game. So another thing I can talk about is the category. It's named All Secrets Water Droplets on PC because Switch version is slightly faster. There is any person category which finishes the game in less than 5 minutes. You can actually get out of bounds to defeat the final boss very, very quickly. World record on PC is 3 minutes and 2 seconds. So All Sacred Water Droplets is the best category to showcase at a marathon, but I think it could be fun to have an incentive for any percent. I haven't run. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm surely gonna do that for marathon submission for the future. So here, this is the very annoying part. This is another water droplet that you have to unlock by killing a bunch of enemies. Here you have to kill 6 different bats. There are actually 7, but I have no idea which one is the one that you can actually spare. There will be also a huge black goo guy. Sorry, I don't know what the name of those enemies are, to be honest. And this is a pretty dangerous part because it's very easy to be juggled by enemies. There are a lot of death traps like the black goo, the spiky plants here. It's also pretty hard to aim at the flying enemies. So yeah, here I wasn't sure if I was about to unlock the water droplet, so I had to go back to get this one. Thankfully I didn't die. So I'm just checking if I have things that I need to mention. So here I'm not gonna need to teleport actually. I can just fly to this next area, which is Serene Lake. I'm doing a certain sequence of inputs. You can see on my input display I'm doing glide, attack, glide on glide, attack, glide on glide, attack to reach this spot. And it's pretty cool because the first water droplet is actually pretty close. You need to get ejected by this wind here coming from the bamboo, and the water droplet is here. I'm gonna do the second instance of momentum preservation. Instead of using a platform, I'm gonna hit the wall here, then zoom. The timing is a little bit precise. If you attack and then zoom too quickly, it's not gonna work. The attack won't come out until you zoom out. And here, I was able to do it on first try, but it wasn't the fastest speed that I could have, so I'm gonna lose a bit of time. And my goal, you can see the water droplet is here. There would be an underwater section. There would be some cool movement because you're moving a bit faster if you are doing the movement method that I talked about earlier. It's a good time to talk about how big this game is actually. If you want to unlock everything, it's gonna take you about 15 to 20 hours probably. You're gonna miss a lot of things in this speedrun. There are red berries that you can collect to buy some stuff like upgrades to your leaf, new abilities, cosmetic. You have blueberries. There are, I think, 900 of them scattered around the world. You have a lot of cool little funny NPCs. You have sub-levels that are actually mandatory for the 100%. And also some unique items. Here the wall jumps didn't cooperate. I'm talking about that because, as I said, you miss a lot of things, and here you didn't see much of Lake Serene Lake, I mean. So far, nobody has ran a 100% category. It's gonna be tough to route it because it's so open. You have so many things to collect. As I said, 900 blueberries like this one that you just saw here. It's kind of a task. Maybe yes, all sub-levels category could be fun too. They can be pretty challenging. So yeah, I would encourage you to play the game by yourself and explore everything that the game has to offer. It's very cool to find everything. So here, this is actually my favorite world to explore. I like the music. I like the different colors. It's 4 seasons field. It's probably the easiest. Actually, Serene Lake is probably the easiest split for me. 4 season fields is the second easiest, probably. The next water droplet I will have to kill some enemies, big enemies. I think there are 5 of them that I need to defeat. And here, for instance, that could be a good time for donations. I have a lot of things that I can talk about during this showcase. But there will be definitely some time for donation. I'm gonna use that to check if I can talk about other things on my notes. Just enjoy the run. Here I tried to start doing wall jump before the cutscene for the force field started, but I sadly messed up. I think you can reach this tier, maybe not this one, but another one earlier. You can still reach it if you have very good aerial mobility, but I'm not good enough for that. You can't use the glide because you have wind facing you. So this is why I'm activating the switch. The last one, I'm gonna skip a lot of stuff. You're supposed to activate a plant with a water droplet and activate a switch too, but I can just use wall jumps here and stand on the switch, even though it took me a bit of time here. to do wall jumps, infinite wall jumps too. And reach the final water droplet of 4 Seasons field. I'm gonna go back to the cave entrance. Taking checkpoints is good for safety, but it's also very important if you want to go back to certain places faster. And we are gonna go to Woodle Tree, which is back to problems. Because it's a level on a beach, it's gonna be with water, so you have basically a death plane all the time, so it's pretty scary. It's why I'm taking these safety checkpoints. Even casually, I think I had a lot of trouble. But again, we are gonna skip a lot of things. I'm gonna go to this rock, then barely reach the next one here. And reach the interrupter that, I mean the switch. Being French when trying to speak English is hard sometimes. Activating this switch to open this gate, which gonna give you the first water droplet for Woodle Tree. I almost died here. It's a very dangerous place. Next one also is very dangerous. I'm taking this checkpoint for safety because there will be another very scary part. Here you have to activate this platform, but I'm actually using the switch to barely reach this rock. I think it's a pretty cool skip. Here, this is probably the only instance where I'm gonna use a glide button to have my leaf above my head, get a water droplet on the leaf, and make a plant grow. I'm not using the switch here though, I'm just skipping it by doing some attack in the air. And here you can see that there are some pillars, and I'm gonna try to do some wall jumps. And this is very dangerous because you're above the water and it can go wrong. Here I didn't do it on first try because I was seeing that it wasn't going to go well. Thankfully I didn't die. I lost a ton of rounds on this part here. Basically here the scary part of Woodle Tree is done. We are gonna be a scary looking skip at the end, but it's not that bad. This section here for the wall jumps is usually not very cooperative, so you can see that it took me a good amount of time. I don't remember what you're supposed to do on the last section here, but I'm gonna use the grab mechanic. You can grab the ledge here and barely not touch the death trap and reach the droplet. It looks scary, but honestly you can practice it and it's not as bad as it looks. We are gonna go to Snowy Mountain. Here you can see on the way that there are a lot of NPCs. Again, play this game if you want to discover everything. This is gonna be here the only checkpoint I'm gonna activate on Snowy Mountain, so this is why this is, at least in marathon setting, probably the scariest split in the game. The scariest area in the game, because if I'm dying too late, I'm gonna lose minutes. Snowy level means obviously ice physics. You can also see some ice blocks. I don't know exactly how to ice cones, I guess. Most of them are stationary, but some enemies are actually moving ice cones. And they are not dealing any damage, but they freeze you for a certain amount of time. So here is the easy part. It's gonna be the next part that is gonna be scary. Lonely Mountain, you have to reach the summit if you want to get all water droplets. It can take a while to do the intended route. But since it's a very vertical level for obvious reason, but you can skip a lot of stuff actually. Usually this part here, the infinite wall jumps are very cooperative, but today it wasn't the case. There's a Yeti here, by the way. I think it's invincible. And here you're not supposed to climb that, you're just supposed to fall from this icy slide, I mean. But if you spam the jump button, you can actually climb it. So it skips a big portion of this area. But then you're gonna see a lot of enemies, ice cones, black goo, death traps. This is a very scary section. You can technically reach this platform before it goes up. But I only have done it once in a round. It was actually today. Oh, actually, yeah. You can actually do some little emotes with the D-pad. It's pretty funny. This game is so cute. You're gonna see here the moving ice cones. I forgot to tell, but you can see that here there is upward wind. Another skip where you have only one try, otherwise the enemies will guard you the way. I don't have much things to say now. If there's another thing I'm gonna explain, but it's gonna be for later. Again, this is another droplet where you have to kill enemies. Here, it's all the enemies at the summit, so the two big guys and the bats. Thankfully here, they were pretty kind with me. And the last one, you can say that I'm at the summit, but there's one that I forgot. Actually, no, you can actually jump from there and just drop on it. Do you remember at the very beginning when I activated the checkpoint? Here it is. I'm using it to go to the last area, which is Lost Deserts. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is that there's no separation for those kinds of fronts, but there's a possibility that you can actually play with 2 players even though you're not doing co-op. It's gonna allow you to do a lot of very neat skips with the second player. Basically, it's gonna hit you, and if you use the zoom, like the other skips I've showcased before, you're gonna be able to do the same fly glitch. The problem is that obviously you need to know how to play with 2 controllers, but the biggest thing is that the camera will be very janky, and I don't think that would be the most fun way to showcase around, but it exists. It's something that you can do. The world record with 2 players is about 4 minutes faster than one player, at least on PC. It's 23 something on PC. On Switch is sub 20 minutes. So Lost Deserts is casually the hardest section in the game. A lot of death traps, lava, a lot of enemies. It can be very tricky to collect everything in this part. On this section of the game, you have to kill all the big enemies to get the water droplets. I think there are 6 of them, if I'm not wrong. By the way, what I'm trying to do, the reason why I'm doing charge shots with the projectile is because it's gonna do a little bit more damage. It's gonna kill the big guys in only 3 hits. But sometimes it's a little bit janky to try to charge them in rapid succession. Sometimes you're gonna do 2 in a row and the third one won't want to come out. Like here, for instance. Thank you for the illustration, Mr. Falls. Thankfully, there is a checkpoint before this pretty dangerous section. So if you die, you can still keep the progress and kill the other enemies that you missed. They are not gonna respawn. Unless you get to another area, it's gonna reset your progress in this case. And we are about to reach the final water droplet. The final one is much easier. You have to do proper wall jumps here, which is not what I'm doing right now. And you can actually do another glitch with the zoom here. And again, this is another part where you are supposed to activate a switch or kill a certain amount of enemies, I don't remember actually, to open this gate that you can see on the right. But I'm not doing it because why should I do that? There are geometry here that I can jump on. And there we go. This is all the droplets. So now that you have restored the power of the Sage Protectors, you can actually access the underground of the world, which there will be the big boss hiding here, and you have to defeat it to finish the game. You're supposed to defeat big waves of enemies to unlock waterfalls and collect droplets to hit the red weak points that you can see here. But we are not gonna do that. We are using one last glitch with the zoom that you saw earlier. You can see that I have a water droplet stored on my leaf. It's not supposed to do that. There's a waterfall right here, which is pretty cool, because if you use the Y button to have your leaf that store a water droplet and use the zoom, you can actually store it and keep it for this part. You don't have to do all the waves, all the killing all the enemies. The only thing that you can't do is attacking, unless you're reaching the weak point. It will drop the droplet to the weak point. But you can't attack in the air to go further, so I'm only gliding. And timer stops when the final weak point is destroyed, which is here. And there it is. I think I've talked about everything about the run. I've improvised a little bit. I've made some notes, but I hope I explained everything well. It's really a run I think is amazing and deserves more attention, even though it's a very obscure franchise. It's so cute. Basically, if you like 3D platformer, collectathon, you can just pick this game, do your own route, maybe get some ideas from other rounds on the leaderboard. and just try by yourself. Really, the most fun part of learning this game was finding my own strats. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. Again, if I can, I'm gonna link a video to explain the any person category when I'm gonna start running it, which will be pretty soon. I think it would be a cool incentive to have for marathons. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed. See you soon for more speedrunning action. Bye bye.